Hello everyone and welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly. I use he and him, and I'm excited to be here because we're back, baby! After a protracted absence, the Shards of Nyrn is back. We had a bunch of illnesses, family issues. I think we had a couple deaths, and things that were just kind of like, basically anytime there was a Shards of Nyrn, something would derail it, and there would be a problem, because Wednesday nights are cursed. But we're back, and we're going to continue running bi-weekly. I don't think there's any days in the future on this schedule of bi-weeks that are going to be a problem. Tonight's game is going to be a little quicker as we get back into it, because I need to position us just right to really hammer it home. But that's okay, because a lot of other streams only go for like an hour. We'll go for twice that. Also, I just wanted to quickly say that tonight's episode does have some, like many of our games, does have a touch of mature content. So viewer discretion is advised, particularly for emotional things, which is a fun way to jump back into it. But hey, if there's anything that comes up in game that is a little too much for you, remember, we're just a stream. You can pause us, you can take a break, you can come back to us later if you want, or you can skip ahead. It'll be easily summarized in a future episode if it's a little too much. We understand each other's comfort zones, and we've got like a personal private chat, so if something goes a little too much and people need to be like, maybe back off the rampant murder of my family, I can do that. But besides that, I hope you enjoy the episode, and welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn. Now, a quick recap of where we have been. The Shards of Nyrn is a long-running, 4-year-long tabletop campaign that has taken these characters from level 1 to level 12, soon to be level 13, I have a feeling, and has brought them together as they go to try to reclaim the 3 mystical artifacts that will reseal the goddess of darkness and chthonic mojo, Nyrn. As they travel around our homebrew world of Ylos, trying to fix an error that Mars caused. That's Mars right there. Throughout their adventures, they've done many things. They've liberated towns from onslaughts of hundreds of gnolls. They've resurrected a sunken archipelago into a full continent. You sunk the continent. It's now an archipelago. It was a continent, and then you returned it back to the sea. They have now, in this case, are hunting down the final pieces of the broken Eye of Nyrn that they are trying to restore, and have traced it to the continent of Argeny and this wasteland called the Calidassian Wastes, which were formerly a thriving magical society that fell to its own hubris and overreach in the goal of transcendence. They are presently helping Fantasy Superman rescue a shrunken city from Fantasy Lex Luthor at Fantasy Las Vegas. That's the quickest way I can say it. There will be a full intro once we finish next episode. But without further ado, I'm going to pass it around to the players. Then we're going to begin this episode of the Shards of Nyrn. Let's go around in a big circle, starting with Christine. What's up?
All right, I gotta say, I'm now going to be picturing Viceland as blonde, like Henry Cavill.
He is blonde Henry Cavill.
Yeah, that's not how you had been showing him before. He was more pretty boy, narrow face versus like square face.
Well, that's the difference between the art styles, right? Like, a bunch of the ones that I sent Winter, when they had their fling, were just literally like Henry Cavill shops.
So it's just Geralt.
I would have liked to have known that.
Clean.
It's Geralt. He's
blonder though.
He's definitely blonder.
Blonde
he's
and less
definitely
blonder and shorter hair.
Shorter.
Yeah.
And probably has had a
and not
his
scruffy.
Yeah, his hair's about.
Okay.
His hair's below shoulder length. Hold on, I will quickly pop a picture.
So a weird
of
meld of like
screen.
clean-shaven Superman with blonde Geralt.
Should I get Viceland art done? I guess I have money now. Like we raised enough
if you
money.
feel like it.
Well,
Yeah.
we raised. Okay.
Screw the rules. I have money.
Well,
Please
we raised
roll to have
money.
green hair. I mean,
So it's about to pop up in the feed in 3, 2. Winter, were you down for the shaven one or the unshaven one?
well, let's take a look. It's going to be in the feed on Twitch.
Yeah, so here's the unshaven one. Ready? Poof. And I'm going to make it visible now.
Waiting for it to load.
It's going to pop up in my window.
In your window. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Okay.
Hi guys.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
Viceland.
nice, nice, nice.
I'm Viceland.
nice.
Nice to meet you.
Mm.
How are you ladies doing? Meh.
I'm fine. Come here often.
We are we are all ladies.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So that's Fantasy Superman, and then I have a more like Shonen Jump version of him, but I could probably get Kiyoshuki to because she's pretty reasonable, to get some art done. Where? Yeah, just show me the damn. Where's the other Viceland? You just had it here. Why you doing this to me? There we go. And then there's like a shaved one, but which will be about 4 seconds behind for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's more what I was picturing.
Which one do you want?
The second one kind of seems like it has a bit more of a fantasy-esque to it, especially for him being somebody of like celestial background.
All right, how's it going?
A bit
I'm an
more
excellent-
sharp featured, it looks like.
Yeah.
But he's basically you know what he is? He's blonde Brandon Routh, okay? Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ralph.
We love Brandon Routh here. We are a Brandon Routh stan stream.
You know, he
know who that
pretty.
is.
He's
I
that's
don't know who
the
that
Yeah,
is
me
either.
neither.
Superman Returns Superman, the one who looks a lot like Christopher Reeve.
Okay, so none of. I don't think
The
I've
one-
watched a Superman movie.
Oh, that guy. Right,
I don't
okay.
He's a real sweet bean. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our characters. Let's go ahead and start with Christine. Christine, go.
All right. Well, hello, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns. And in Shards of Nyrn, I play Malia Sunsworn. She is our Dwarven Tempest Cleric of Vela.
Fantastic. Over in the corner, we have Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns, and I play Tia Armstrong, our quarter orc, quarter elf, half human, but we just say half orc, druid, circle of the moon.
Nice.
And,
And
you know, just, possibly the queen of
the elves.
Oops.
elves. Yep.
Down with Katrina.
Hey everybody, my name is Kat, and she.
Sounds like I'm trying to overthrow your regime. Down with Katrina.
Down with Katrina!
Down.
Vive la revolution.
Ah! Which, speaking of the revolution, I'm Kat, I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing our half-elf ranger, Asen.
Nice, nice. Over in the middle with Winter, not Mars. I almost called you Mars.
Well, it is one and the same. No, hi, I'm Winter. I play Mars, the tiefling started out rogue, and here we are. She's now picked up some warlock to go blammy blam with her stabby stab. So, peace.
You were just
Sure.
jealous of the rest of us.
Yeah, I wanted to go boom boom pow too.
Nice.
No, it's boom boom stab.
Boom boom
Boom,
stab.
boom,
I'll get it one day.
As you guys level up, I'll start making some more feats. I'll put it on my list that I'll make a feat for Eldritch Blast being able to sneak attack.
Woo!
Because I know you want it, and I might as well just make you a feat. And finally, in the corner, it's Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin, the newbie to this group this season. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Fadia Stardust, our Astral Star Genasi Dunamancy wizard.
Yep. Who specifically joined in this portion because, hey, the Cladessian Empire was kind of your turf when it blew up.
Yeah. And then I went for a long sleep.
It's true. You were in a magic library, though. It happens.
I was
Yes.
like, were you sleeping? Or
No, I was studying. I was reading lots of books. She's a grad student archaeologist. It's fine.
You can get lost in your studies for hundreds of years. It's fine. All right. So, folks, we're going to dive into game right now. Last episode, the characters were split up as some of them tried to interfere with a gambling match between the god of the tides and kind of ocean chaos and storms, Dempsey's, who drunkenly gambled away his god mantle. So basically an artifact that gives him a great deal of power inside of this casino inside of the city of Mirage. They tried to interfere, were apprehended, and were put to work at the Colosseum defending their own lives, but trying to what's the word I'm thinking of? Entertain the crowd. The rest of the party decided to go on a rescue mission. The rest of the party consisting of, let's see, who was locked in the cell? I have Fadia and Asen, or Fadia and Tia.
It was
It was Fetty and Tia.
That's right. 'Cause
Yeah.
you turned into a scorpion in the arena. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think didn't Tia try and cast a spell, and that's why she got caught.
Yeah.
she was a
and-
bird.
Tia
She tried to steal
flew
the ball.
into the yeah.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
slammed into the barrier around the thing.
And
And
I
yes.
never I never did anything in the time since the last game. I have a cupcake.
Yes,
true.
you do.
You have a sentient a little cupcake.
I have a sentient cupcake.
I have a goose.
It's amazing.
I have a
Right.
rock.
I have boobs.
These are new for your
Yay!
character, so I think we should celebrate it.
Yay!
Okay. So Mars, you relayed the situation back to Malia and Asen. Or no, pardon me. Asen relayed the information back to you because it wasn't you for once. Malia, as well as Viceland, the paladin of Vela, who is trying to rescue the city that was stolen, as well as Tia's dad, who's visiting and helping Viceland, a guy named Minalros, and Minalros's sort of wife at the moment, who is named what again?
Oh, one sec.
Karzu Hellfang. Karzu Hellfang.
Yeah, Karzu.
Hellblade?
I have Hellfang, but
I have like 3 different things written down.
I just have Karzu, so I'm
yeah, that's
sorry.
right. Just Karzu's fine.
Yep.
I was gonna
Yeah, I
say
have
Fresh
both.
Kill Restaurant, but that was another note.
All right. And with that, the characters infiltrated the underground facility, kind of the tunnels beneath Disneyland, kind of at this place. Fought a cupcake mimic, or a cake mimic. That's right. It was a cake mimic that exploded into cupcakes, and then you charmed one of them with your charm. And you have not named it yet, have you?
Don't think so. I think we were
No,
kind of leaning
chat's
towards
on
something
it.
like sprinkles or something
Vanilla
last time.
icing.
What?
Vanilla icing. No.
It's a little long.
baby.
He's
Uh,
cute.
All right. And with that, you were going to go and look for your friends, which is where we're going to begin things right about now. After defeating the mimics, you find yourselves inside of a cold storage locker. Vents pump chilled air in here despite the blazing heat of Mirage. You're all covered in icing, and one by one you're prestidigitated by Minalros. The 5 of you, well, 6 with the cupcake, take a moment to compose yourselves. I believe Viceland used some of his lay on hands to heal somebody. It's been about 3 months. Turns and gives you all a look over. Well, that was, a thing. Mars, you have a bit of icing on your, nose. And he'll just kind of, like, clean it off with the edge of his finger. We should probably get going. Who knows whether or not there's any alarms or if anyone is looking. Shall we?
Yes, let's.
Good. Do we have any idea which way to go, though? This place is a maze. Asen, you're a
Survival
tracker.
check?
You can make me make me a survival check to see if you can find tracks in the hallway.
How's the 27 sound?
27's pretty good. As you now, which way are you headed? Are you headed back into the hallway?
Yes. Yeah, we're heading back into the hallway, I think.
Okay. Heading back into the hallway, you find yourself in a vast underground labyrinth. It stretches on as far as you can see, and looking around, you can find a series of hoof prints and scaled feet in the ground. Not like any type of dragon that you've ever seen. This is demonic in essence. And as you take a nice look at it, you are going to, you are going to hear the sound of rattling coins, chains, in the distance, just about 60 feet down the corridor, where it branches off into a T intersection. You can hear it echoing from the left.
She's gonna
suppose that's the way?
quietly relay that to the group.
Okay. Do you suppose that's the
Uh,
way then?
If we're trying to get in and find your friends, I'm not sure, Viceland says. But if there's coin, there's treasure. And if there's treasure, that's probably where Vargas is keeping the city.
Fair enough. So we want to go follow the sound?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a good idea.
All right. She's going to start walking forward, and she's going to knock a few arrows into her bow.
Okay. Around the corner, all of you with passive perception of 14 or higher are going to be able to hear. Oh, come on. Just. Why am I always on the shit duties? A low voice, slightly accented with a touch of infernal, we'll say.
Oh.
Why am I always left to do the shit duties? And then you'll hear the sound of clanging. The sound that is music to Mars's ears of coins hitting the tile. Fuck.
Is there any sort of smell?
Make me a perception roll.
14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
You can smell the scent of handled coin. You know the way that coin gets that slightly even more metallic accented smell when it's handled with sweat?
Yeah.
You can smell that kind of rolling around the corner, and it's stacks of it. It smells like wealth, but also the slight musk of an animal.
Okay.
Like a large cat. Viceland is holding back a bit. He's not the stealthiest, and Karzu is confusedly standing at the back going, "Why we wait?"
Can I go into stealth mode here? Can I
You
roll for that?
You totally can. Make me a stealth check.
29.
29. Like a shadow, you push forward, moving through the tunnel. As you come to the crossway, glancing around the side, you will see a tall, feminine form, a slight curve at the waist and shoulder and hip, but the rest of it is this deep chestnut brown fur covering every part of their body, a blue robe wrapped around all the way down to a pair of bare feet, and long black hair cascading from the face of a mountain lion.
Okay.
This feminine feline form, standing about 6 feet tall, about 5'8" to be honest, is standing carrying, was pushing a cart. The wheel has bent to the side, and on top of it, it looked like it was covered in tons of coin, which now has collapsed onto the floor as the cart gave way beneath its weight, collapsing and dumping all of this, almost making the floor look like a slot machine. Most of the coin on the floor is silver and gold. but there are a few electrum pieces as well as a smattering of platinum. Beyond her, about 20 feet ahead of her, down this corridor, you will see that there is a wide double door that is shut. There are runes and sigils blazed into the metal of it. And above it is a single circular orb. Kind of looks like a security camera that we would see today, but instead it's this little dome about as big around as like a pie, like a small like meat pie, and it glows slightly.
Okay. So since there's like a whole bunch of scattered money and this really cool looking glowy thing, I think I had to make that self
Oh yeah,
control
just a wisdom check, please.
Wisdom.
Okay, and thank you for the hurt them more.
Oh, okay. And just wisdom check.
Just a wisdom check. So you'll add your proficiency to this if you have it. If you are proficient in wisdom, that is.
Oh,
It's basically a
no.
wisdom save. You are not.
I'm not usually. But I did roll pretty okay. I got a 17 on that
Cool.
one.
You needed a 16, so that's pretty good. You feel your fingers reaching for the coins. And as you do, the lion-faced woman is going to stand up and brush her robes off and just give herself one of those long shift at work face rubs. This is just fucking great.
Same girl, same.
Are you saying that?
No.
And she will take a step forward and raise her hand. The orb above the door will glow blue for a moment, and the doors will part, sliding to the left and to the right, not opening on hinges. On the other side, you see that there is a vast counting room with dozens and dozens and dozens of imps working behind tables, sorting coins. The room on the other side is about as big as a high school gymnasium.
Oh, okay.
And there must be a good million gold pieces worth of coinage in there.
Oh, boy. I like that.
And in Infernal, she'll bark in, "Can I get a little help over here? This fucking cart. Cheapskates. All of them. Upper management. Pah!" Some of the imps take a glance over and, fine. And we'll start to hover over. About 3 of them will come over. What do you do?
How far back are the others if I'm hidden?
I think they're probably about 30 feet back.
Okay. Are there any gold pieces that I could definitely take from this area that would be kind of inconspicuous?
You
That
can
just
always
rolled?
There are some about 10 feet from you. You could try to dart forward and grab them.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like you to make me a stealth roll with disadvantage. These tunnels are dim, but they're not that dim. You don't have Mage Hand as a warlock, do you?
No, I don't think I have Mage Hand.
Okay.
The better out of those two is a 15.
15? Okay. So, moving forward, you will slide and be able to actually pocket 6 platinum coins.
6 platinum. Oh, fucking sweet.
Keep your party poor, folks. Keep your party poor.
That was 6?
6 platinum, yeah. And you'll hear one of the imps say around the corner, "Now, who in the hallway speaks Infernal?"
Me.
Just you? Okay.
Just me.
One of the imps will go, "Huh? What was that?" "Nothing. It was just a box. Must have fallen off the cart." "Yeah. Let's take care of it. And you'll hear the sound of flapping leathery wings coming around the corner. What do you do?
I try to get back to the group as fast as I can.
Okay. So
I'll let
Dash.
them know what I've seen.
Sure.
Kelly,
Yes, Asen.
from where we are, do I see these things coming around the corner to where Mars
You do not see them coming around the corner, but you can definitely hear the sound of voices. And you'll see Mars running back. So you're basically at a T intersection, right? So you can't quite see them until they reach the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so right around the corner there's this like tall lioness lady, black, but she's got a cart that's kind of falled over, and there's money everywhere, and then there's the door, and then there's imps, and then there's like millions of gold pieces. And then I heard flapping wings and I came back.
Well, how many imps are we talking about?
Kelly, how many did I see?
Inside of the room,
Inside of the room.
about 24, 3 in the hallway coming this way. And as you say that, as you take a glance, Asen, the entire hallway goes jet black as an inky darkness floods the area. I'd like an initiative roll, please.
Yay!
All right. Whoop, 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 and... All right, so top of the initiative, I have pretty low rolls, actually. Good for me. So I've got... Ooh, actually, how am I beating you guys? This is ridiculous.
You told me to use my bad dice.
That's true. Okay. How are you holding up, by the way?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Let me know if that changes. I've got a thing planned. Don't worry. Okay, so... Manelros. Spawn. Then I've got Malia and Asen. Then I've got Imp 1, Karzu, Viceland, Imp 2, Imp 3. All right. Well, darkness floods the corner. We are going to... you knew they were coming, so it's not a surprise round. Manelros is going to cast Dispel Magic. And you'll just hear pring! And gotta love scales. And suddenly the hallway is bright again. As the if he'd seen it coming, he would have cast Counterspell, but he did not. So as he casts that, the hallway is visible again, and you will see the imps are headed directly your direction, with this lion lady having rounded the corner about 5 feet and is looking at you balefully, going kind of to give you a sense of things. This is the image that I'm using mentally. So,
Very nice.
yes, it's good. All right, so she rounds the corner and looks at you, and Manelros will take one look at this and go, I've got a bad feeling about this. Hey, Asen, was it? You can do it, friend. He's gonna clap you on the shoulder, take a D8. Bardic Inspiration.
Yay!
All right, and with that, the lion lady is going to go, you shouldn't be down here. You should just give up now. Give up right meow. And can I get all of you to make me a Constitution saving throw? And she'll give you a wonderful little purr. Oh my god, Viceland, did you actually... Oh wait, he gets... Okay, okay, was that a 15? That's a con save, 15.
22.
22. All right. Asen?
18.
18. And Malia was a 15?
Yep.
Damn. Well, that's why you're a low level. All right. Every single one of you succeeds. As you feel for a moment like the hair on your scalp starts to get fuzzy as this purr elicits from her throat, and you are feeling for a moment very well inclined toward her before you go. Also, Asen, sorry, you should have had advantage on that too,
Oh, okay.
because it was a charm effect. But that does not work. She is going to kind of look around and go, well, go on! Fuck! And is going to run back around the corner and away from you, because she's not that dumb. Yeah.
Fair.
She has an int score above 6. She's going to run away. All right, Malia, it is your turn or Asen's turn. Who wants to go first?
It doesn't matter to me. I think Asen probably has a higher dex mod than me.
Sure, if you want to play it that way. Asen, you have 3 attacks in your first round. There are 3 imps, coincidentally enough.
I'm gonna take -5 plus 10 on these guys,
Okay, sounds good.
and
wish-
I'm going
you the
to shoot them.
Sounds great.
Well, I'm gonna try.
I wish you the best.
Me too. Let me just remember what I'm actually adding to these. Okay. So that's gonna be. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 absolutely hits.
That's my lowest one. The other
Nice.
one was the other one was like a 25 and then like a 27. So
Nice. All right, roll me damage.
God, it's been a long time since I've done this. D8s.
D8s, give it to me.
All right, D8.
I know, you'll get back into character, friendo.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm just gonna mute for a second while I add this all up. Okay.
Sounds great. Typity typity type. Type 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 typity typity type. I don't think you're actually muted.
Oh shoot! Sorry. Oops. And before I actually calculate this damage, I was intending to hit 1 arrow for each of them. Is that okay?
I had a feeling. Do me a favor. Your rolls. You have a
Yep.
dex of +4 or +5.
+5.
Cool. How do you want to do this? you did -5 plus 10 on each of them?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a base damage of 16.
Yes.
Actually, you had a base damage because of the bracers of archery of 17. 18?
Eight,
Yeah.
18 with O'Cannon's bow, yeah.
Imps have less hit points than 18. So so there's going to be zort, zort, zort.
Yeah, she's basically gonna hit each one like through the head and just it's just an empty hallway in front of us, right?
It is just an empty hallway. It's a T intersection. There is an explosion of fire as your bolts, or pardon me, your arrows slice into each of them. I would like everybody within 60 feet, which is everybody here, to make me a dexterity save.
Shit.
All right, that is going to be
23.
23. Yeah, you're fine.
8.
15?
15. Okay. All right. Boop boop. Have some soup. Okay. So pardon me 1 sec. Okay, if you got less than a less than a 13,
Yep.
you're going to take some damage, my friend. You are going to take 7 points of fire damage. Everyone who succeeded their save, except for Mars, who succeeded and has uncanny dodge, is going to take 3 points of fire damage as you are mildly singed. These arrows strike into these imps, who will explode in a ball of fire, singeing
Oh no. I have
everything around.
141 hit points left.
I know. And well, that sucked, Manelro says. But at least it didn't, and you'll hear as the hallway begins to be flooded with rain from the ceiling as it sets off a fire alarm.
Oh my god.
Of course.
I don't think that really answers which way we're supposed to go.
No.
You'll hear the sound of...
Can I make like a survival roll to try and figure out where we should be going, which direction we should be going, based on kind of what we were told by this? Was it the random Minotaur?
This place is a bit of a maze, but you may make me a survival roll, yeah. Or an investigation roll.
Survival's actually better for me.
Okay.
24.
24. You think that it could be through the counting room, but that seems like they would be keeping the money supply a little close together. Either through there or to the right, which coincidentally enough, you hear the sound of someone else coming from the right. The sound of footfalls. And soon enough, you'll see a shadow pressing around the corner despite the rain blocking a bit of the light. What do you do?
I'm gonna go to that direction like I am supposed to be here.
Okay. Someone's coming around the corner very quick.
I'm just gonna kind of try and do like the duck pass sort of action. I'm gonna try and brazen it.
As you try to duck past, you'll see that Tia is hurrying down the hallway, looking over her shoulder, kind of keeping an eye out.
Grab.
Hey,
How'd you get out?
crazy. And is going to give Malia a hug. Good to see you, though.
You two, where's Fadia?
And Tia will whisper in your ear, "You'll find out soon enough." And you'll smell the sweet scent of jasmine flood the hallway. Malia, please make me a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Oh shit! Let me find another die. Extra life dice.
And I think we can all swap over now.
Holy shit! Okay, so disadvantage didn't matter because I rolled double the number. I rolled 5.
You rolled 2 5s?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with wisdom, that ends up being 14 though.
Not enough. So Tia hugs Malia, and suddenly the world fades out for you. Malia, you're not in the hallway anymore. You're on a hillside. The rolling hills of your homeland. It's night, but with your dark vision you can make out some of the old trees that your family used to put their nameplates on to mark the territory and the boundary lines between the farmsteads. In the distance, you can see the mountain where you know that Yasin was training at when you were a bit younger. The mountain ranges to the west. Can you make me an investigation check real quick? Or an insight check, actually. I would prefer that.
That one.
For a moment, all you can do is feel how lovely it is to be back here. It's a lovely summer afternoon. Early evening? Early evening, it must be. It's twilight. The hills are glowing with that orange hue that happens when the sun dips in the horizon. And everything has that warm cast to it.
Is this seeming like summer?
It does seem like summer, yeah.
So it's got that warm, kind of sweet smell of dry grass.
Yeah, and firewood. You think someone has a fire going. campfire, maybe? Maybe they're having a bonfire like they used to. Late summer. The sound of cicada in the distance, which you can't hear at the moment, but as you look around, it takes you almost a full minute to realize that the sun appears to be going down all around you. For the red glow is not on the horizon. It's on the fields. It's on the villages. It's on your family's house. As the fire all around you is burning everything to embers. What do you do?
Okay, well, this feels real, right?
This feels absolutely real, 100%.
Trying to think what sort of... She'd be trying to cast a spell.
Absolutely. What are you casting?
Probably something like Sleet Storm,
Sure.
because it causes freezing rain. I mean, it's a 20-foot tall cylinders. That's not the greatest thing, but I think that's the only one. Most of them don't spread out too far.
You raise your hand up to cast Sleet Storm,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel it fizzle in your hand. Another voice in the distance merges with the flame and recites the arcane words of Counterspell. The fire burns. You can hear coughing and the meek sounds of dying breaths and the mewl of pain from familiar voices. A figure is standing silhouetted by the fire in front of your house, in front of the houses of all of the hill dwarves of the region. You're gonna have to do better than that, Malia. You hear a very familiar voice. As a girl with long blonde hair, horns, and a scaly red dress steps in front of the fire. Faramina Hazal, your friend, stands in the ashes of your home. Bet you wish you didn't throw me away now, huh?
Well, you proved me right. She'll try and fling her hammer if she has it, sort of thing.
Sounds fantastic.
Dream
Go ahead and
logic, right?
Make me an attack roll. Make an attack roll. Your hammer will immediately spring to your hand.
Oh god, what is my attack roll? 25.
25. Your hammer will fling across the field and will smash. Are you aiming? Where are you aiming? Face, gut, chest? Where? Face?
Probably. I'm pretty pissed.
It's going to hit with a sickening crunch, and you'll hear the sound of breaking bone and blood pouring down. She clutches her face. She doesn't shriek, but she lets out a and as she looks up, you see that where you hit her, you've collapsed part of her face, and beneath it, a reptilian eye looks out. She sinks her fingers into the flesh of her forehead as if it were pudding, and peels her flesh as if it were dripping wax. Puny mortal. Pathetic dwarf. You'll make a good snack. You should have kneeled before your gods. Too late. And as she peels the flesh from her face, you'll see there is nothing but the inhuman face of a gold dragon beneath it. And I think we're gonna take you out for a while, Christine. So if you wanna go rest your back.
Okay. I think though at the very end of that, Mally is just gonna like roar in just wordless defiance.
I think that sounds great.
That feels like a very Malia thing to do.
I think so. I think
All right,
so.
I shall just mute myself and
Sounds good. I'll cover up your window so that
goodbye, guys.
you.
Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
rest of the night.
I hope your back feels better. Oh, hold on, Christina. I just gotta cover you up. Where'd the image go? It went to the wrong folder. I'm sorry. There, I've covered you up.
All right,
Maybe she's
bye
born
for
with it.
real.
Maybe it's background.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's her background. There we go. All right. So, and then swap at 8:45. Cool. There's the sound of clanging chains and the sliding of a jail cell. The battle was tiring, and Tia, you, Fadia, and Dempsey's are escorted back to your cell and thrown inside. Man, that fucking sucked, guys. I didn't like it at all. I got stabbed. Did I get?
Yeah, I
Dempsey.
sort of thought that was going to go a little differently.
Yeah, ow. I'm a little hurt, but
Well, at least we won, and we get to get out of here, right? We want our freedom, right? The demon.
I
No.
think so.
We're back in a cell.
The guards outside the cell will cack a little.
Oh, you've made the master far too much money to be let go. You belong to Mirage now.
Yeah, that's what I
not
was
gonna
worried
work.
about.
That's not gonna work for me. I literally just got out of like being trapped 800 years in a library. I don't want to be trapped in a cell.
I don't do well in jail. Dempsey's gonna slam into the bars and start. Hey, let me out!
None of us do well in jail.
I'll canonize you. I know we're demons. I'll make you gods. Or no, I can't do that. I'll make you demigods. I'll make you
Are you just offering to have sex with them to make children?
What? No, I'm not. I'm not making the. Oh God, I need a drink. Do any of you know how to make toilet wine? Because I'm getting my blood content's getting real low.
They took my spells, so otherwise I probably could make you toilet wine.
You at least bring me a drink. I'm starting to get sober, and I don't want to be. The god.
Fate
of
is
the
gonna
seas.
cast minor illusion to have a drink pop in his hand.
It's gonna fizzle.
We're in an anti-magic.
You're in an anti-magic cell.
Ah!
It'll start to appear for just a moment. Like you'll see, like the smell of wine permeates the air for a second, and then it goes.
Yeah, you forgot, didn't you?
The roof is going to
forgot.
light up red.
I feel so.
You'll hear the sound of snapping bone over at Dempsey's, and oh, there it goes. At least the rib's in the right place again. Oh, the healing's nice. All right, so what's your story? You're a cleric of some kind, right? Like you're a cleric of. You guys are clerics, right? That's why you came to rescue me. You came to. So
No.
wait you.
No.
Okay. What's going on here? So
We tried to stop you from making a horrible mistake and made a horrible mistake in the process.
no one stops
Yeah.
me from making a horrible mistake. That's how
Yeah,
I
we
got where I
noted.
am
Bet
today.
your mantle.
You
No one
lost
stops
your
me.
mantle.
I mean, I'll.
You
Okay.
gave it to the Rakshasa, the most impact. He has a city. He's hiding a city in here, and my robe.
Hey, So we both lost a robe of some kind, right? Like, you lost a robe, I lost my mantle. It's fine. I'll get it back. I haven't had it for that long. I didn't think it was that important. It's not like you get a guidebook when you get the gig. I've only been a god for 3 years.
Oh,
Seriously?
really?
You're really bad at it.
Well, I'm new at it!
Why don't you ask other gods?
Yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of them.
Because, look, I've asked a couple of gods, all right? The night guy won't talk because he's too solemn and of the place. I tried talking to the weird one who just
Arcars?
laughs a lot. Yeah, that prick. So I tried talking to the god of battle. He just asked if I wanted to fight, and I did, but I don't have a magic sword, and he has all the magic swords. It didn't seem fair, okay? Then I thought, hey, you know what? I'm a god of sea and storms. Maybe I should go talk to the other god of storms. And you know who's a right bitch? That one. The one with the two colored eyes?
She seems pretty cool to me. She's kind of had our back.
Yeah, well, she tried to kill me. Cast me down from...
Isn't that kind of just what gods do?
Were you a dick to her? Did you try to mansplain something to her?
Did I try to mansplain? Do I look like a mansplainer to you?
Yes.
All right, both of you are excommunicated from my church.
Yippee!
Good. Well, I wasn't part of your church. My church.
Fine,
is
guess what?
knowledge.
You are ordained, you're part of my church. Now you're excommunicated.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm between gods at the moment, but more leaning towards Soph.
Is
Oh,
that
she's
the...
pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I forget what they're.
I had a run-in with Soph once. Didn't talk to me. Didn't talk to anybody. I think it was Soph. It was a cat with 4 heads that meowed the alphabet, I'm pretty sure, in Celestial. I was drinking a lot because I actually managed to run into
That was probably them. Yep.
Well, out of all of this, the only 2 gods who have actually wanted to talk to me and try to walk me through any of this were Basir, and I don't remember anything she said. It's really, she's half naked. It's really hard to keep paying attention when a beautiful half naked woman keeps feeding you ambrosia. Trust me, you'd like it. I don't know. Are you got you? I mean, you got, but you with the hat, you kind of give me the vibe.
What? What vibe? What was this?
Chicks.
Honestly, it sounds like a good time.
It was a great time. I loved it. And then the other guy was Guy. He was at the party. The one with the cat eyes, smiling all the time. I think it was the Ylos. I think it was the tricky one. I don't remember because I'm pretty sure they spiked my drink. Which, what's the point of spiking my drink? I was already drinking with Basir. Can you really upcharge that? It's kind of a, Anyway, hi. I have a raging fucking hangover coming my way. A god-sized hangover that I've managed to keep this buzz going for over a year since that party on the Isle of Basir.
Do you think you might have a problem, Dempsey's?
I'm in a cage?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm in a cage
How did
with
you get
2
here?
sarcastic mortals.
How did you get in the cage?
I think we're
You
pretty great.
lost your. I think you're. Yeah.
I lost my mantle, and I'm gonna get it back, okay? Look, Dempsey's keeps his word. Usually, most of the time.
He remembers it.
I mean, forgetting my word would slow me down, yes. Anyway, sorry, we talked about this before, but... Sorry, Dempsey's God of the Sea and Storms and Chaos and Dice Rolls. Apparently not a very good one. You are... Tia Strongarm and...
Armstrong.
And Staria Faydust?
Close. Swap the letters around.
Mm-hmm.
Fadia Stardust.
Dusty Starfay? Okay.
Fadia Stardust.
Okay, but Fadia, if you ever needed to strip her name, that's kind of.
Dusty
Dusty
Starfey
Bo-
is a priz. It's I would
Dusty
I,
Starfey. Huh.
I
That
talked
can be like my alt.
Or Fae Star.
Fae Star.
Ooh.
I actually know a family called the Fae Stars. They're more trouble than they're worth. Always fighting vampires. It's canon. I'm writing it down. Okay, Fae Star. Fae Star. Big necks.
You
Family
sure your
of
name
big-
isn't Fadia Fae Star?
Fadia
Oh
Fae
my
Star.
God.
Fae Fae. Fae Fae. Fae 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 Fae.
I know I want that because I'm mage hand. I could just like,
Okay, so in the new campaign I'm gonna run, you can play Fadia. You can play Fae Fae.
Fae. Sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, I could legally change my name to Fae Star. I did just wake up. No one
Yeah.
knows me. Everyone I know is dead, so I could just change it to Fae Star.
That's true.
all right, we need to get out of this cell.
We
They're
do.
gonna keep us here forever. And
Yeah.
my forever is significantly longer than yours, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Okay, so can you bust out of a cell?
Not usually without magic.
Normally, if I'm really strong, I can. Actually, hold on a sec. T's gonna. I think I have one wild shape left. Does that count as casting a spell?
Not usually. Whether or not an anti-magic field would include that, who knows?
Who knows? She's gonna stop talking in the middle of whatever she was saying. Is gonna. That thought. And is gonna walk over to the bars. Is going to attempt to turn into, I don't know.
You
A
get one, so
snake?
pick a snake.
Yeah. Something small enough to get through the bars, but big enough that it could potentially harm someone if needed.
So you'll hear, poof, and suddenly Tia is a snake. Tia, do me a favor, make me a wisdom save.
Awesome. Oh no.
What'd you roll?
Well, I rolled a 4, so for
Okay.
the save, that's a 12? That's a 12.
12?
Wait, no, is
Okay.
that a 5? That's a 5. So that's a
So-
13.
Sounds good. You are going to turn into a snake, and you're going to slither through the bars. You'll be on the other side.
Look to see if there's anyone around. I probably should have listened for that before I decided to try that, but you know what? We're
you
here
can see
now.
that there are some guards moving in the distance. The
Okay.
ones who locked you in are rounding the corner around the way.
They're moving away.
They're moving away, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a couple beats to like move a little further, and then going to shift back and attempt to get the door open.
Sounds good. Can you do me a favor? And now that you're outside of the cells, your strength will return.
Yep.
So make me a strength check.
Why am I using this dice? Okay, that's
don't know.
better than it could have been. So if it's just is it like a strength athletics or just pure strength?
You can do strength and athletics. Put your feet on the bar and pull.
Okay, that will be a 28.
28. There is a horrible rending sound as Tia, you put your feet on the bar, grab, and your orc muscles are going to swell and push against your flesh, and you are going to... And boom! The door is going to open wide.
Well, they would have heard that. Let's go.
Actually,
Fadia's
pardon
gonna-
me one moment, Fadia. Tia, you pulled the door wide open. But on the other side of the jail cell door is not the jail cell. You were just seeing through it a moment ago, but as you pull it open, it's like you tore down the wallpaper of reality. And looking through, you see that there is a clearing. A glen. And the sound of a man doing scales. Ah.
Okay. That's not what I was expecting.
You're a little flat, love. A familiar voice will say. In front of you, you see a glade. Large, thick trees with ropey roots the size of orcish arms flood into the ground. Now, this glade is moss-covered, thatched with the stuff. Moss of all colors, greens and purples and blues, milling together in a cacophony of color. Jutting out from the side of the tree over some of these roots, you'll see a pair of thick, muscled legs. And a pair of old riding boots on them that you'll recognize as your mother's.
She is gonna cautiously step forward.
The world vanishes behind you as you step forward, once again, now just inside of this scape. The ground crunches underneath your feet. Before we go any further, I know what your father sounds like, but your mother was raised in an orcish community. Does she have any accent of any kind that I need to inflect? I pictured that it was slightly huskier, a little bit lower. A bit more like this.
I don't think she's got any specific accent, because once she left, she left for a long time.
I think I'm just a little parched, love. Won't be a problem at all. I just need to drink something. Do you have any water? You can always go get some by the stream. Tia. Love.
What are you both doing here?
We're on vacation. Have you been enjoying yourself? Come here. Your mother sits up, and you get a look at her for the first time. She is as pretty and strong as she was when you were 5. Her skin is still tight, healthy green. Her hair is braided beautifully down her back with all of the trophies braided into it. She's proudly displaying the scars on her biceps and the tattoos and brands that she wears in her sleeveless tunic that she's wearing. I picture, like, your mother's orcish, or at least mostly orcish. I kind of picture her kind of dressing like Cora.
Yeah, basically.
Right? So kind of like a folding top. She'll lean forward and smile. Your father is dressed much more skimpily. He's wearing a pair of loose-fitting pants, barefoot at this moment, kind of crushing his feet into the carpet of moss, and is wearing an unbuttoned, unfastened tunic that is showing off basically everything above his belly button, just as it splays open across the little thatch of skinny boy chest that he has. Like, he's got some muscle to him, but he's definitely more of like a runner body. Like, he's a svelte man, right? He smiles underneath his chestnut hair at you. And you gonna come and do scales with me? I'd love it.
Not really my thing, you know that.
I promise. I can teach you yet. You'd have a lovely voice if you just let me teach you, dear. She's too busy killing things. And learning the old ways. Speaking of which, have you done the training? You done your dailies? 200 push-ups, 200 sit-ups, 200 squats, and a 10-mile run?
Of course.
Good. That's a good start. I'm going to teach you something special today.
Yeah?
Today we learn about respect.
I don't...
You'll understand when the time comes. Come here. And she'll stand up, and she towers over you. To this day, she still would have a good 6 inches on you, probably. Come. And she begins to move through the brush, surprisingly quiet. Do you follow?
Yeah.
She whispers at you in Orc as you move. A sound that is guttural and harsh to everyone else, but to you, there's a certain music to it. There's a thing here. Indescribable. But in pain. We show mercy. She takes you through the countryside here. It is the loveliest parts of your childhood. The loveliest parts of Thestorel. You can hear the roaring of falls in the distance. And after what seems like an hour of traipsing behind her, keeping step, for once in your life, keeping step with her, not trailing behind, not slowing her down. And occasionally, you have enough passive perception that you'll be able to see that she gives you that look when she turns around to wait for you, only to have you go shoulder to shoulder with her and have her have to smirk a bit around her tusks. And there's a swell, there's a feeling in this, a little fire in your gut that says, oh yeah, screw you, old lady. But also, she knows. She knows how cool you are now. She takes you down the edge of a waterfall, climbing carefully down the slick stones. The waterfall has a small outcropping, a little islet that is in the center of the pond at the bottom, well, the pool that the waterfall collects to before streaming out the base. It's a mere 5-foot jump across the water to reach it, and then across a couple of stepping stones. But in the center of this little islet, you see a creature. It looks like it used to be a lion, or was someone's image of a lion that they drew from a description given by someone in abject terror. I want you to make me a nature roll.
That will be a 16.
A 16. This lion in front of you is immense. It's gray, white-furred from age, you think, but the lion's mouth is cleft like an ant's, with its fangs reaching from the sides. As well, you can see dozens of smaller feline eyes and mouths down its flank and thick ropey muscles of its shoulders and haunches. The eyes blink at you. The mouths mewl piteously. Its tail has splayed out into a cat of 9 tails. But of all different creatures, a lion tail, a horse tail, a snake. And then looking at it, you can see that its rib cage has grown wrong. You are looking at something that was touched by Soph, the god of nature and change. It mews piteously. It has a deep rumble in its throat, like it wants to attack, but as you look at it, you see that the arms, the forelegs, the bones have inverted themselves. They've twisted like a corkscrew. This thing cannot stand, let alone attack. I found it when I was hunting earlier.
What happened to it?
The gods. probably preying on the sacred deer.
Because it's just part of the cycle.
Do you know what else is natural to you?
What?
Cancer. Malignancy. It's all... Yes. Is this your first time seeing something like this?
I think so. With this, at least.
There's no way to heal it at this point. Do the honors. She reaches into the knot of hair and corded braids and dreads at the back of her neck, where you can see that it's almost like she has like a hairpin made of bone. But she braces it, and you'll hear the and a wickedly sharp knife with a bone handle slides out of it. She palms it, reverses it, and hands it to you.
She will take it. So
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
She's gonna take a deep breath and just kind of like, and is gonna approach the creature.
Sounds good. You approach it, pressing your knife up against it.
I think so. She'll try and soothe it a little bit, just kind of like shush it.
It struggles against the limitations of its own twisted anatomy, which is a sentence I wasn't expecting to say today. As it tries to lash out at you, its eyes dilate ferally up at you. Make me an animal handling roll to see if you can calm it, with disadvantage because it's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, fair. Damn, why that disadvantage? Okay, well, the disadvantage is 15.
15?
Yeah. Cancels out the nat 20.
It will lean the barest bit that it can into the touch that you kind of give it around its scalp, and will shut its eyes.
I think as she does that, T is going to try and speak to it with her beast, like speech of all things, if she can, as part of that, to just sort of calm it.
Sounds good.
Is it saying anything at all that she can understand?
Why? Why did this happen?
I don't know. But I can take away the pain.
Its head lolls back, giving you its throat. And as you brace yourself, the door opens, Fadia. Tia opens it directly in front of you. She puts her weight on it, and it opens. And she looks up. Well, that was easy. That's weird. Be on guard.
Okay, let's go. Let's try and find the others.
She offers a hand to you. Come on.
She'll grab it.
Cool. Make me a wisdom save with disadvantage, please.
Yeah. Why did I have a weird feeling that was coming? also canceled out a nat 20. That's gonna be a 16.
16. Fantastic. You take a step into the hallway. And it's not a hallway. It's a cave system. You step past Tia as she helps you up and out of the cell. And then you're standing in a cave system that stretches down, down, down. It's dark here, glowing mildly blue from the light of your skin. Tia is nowhere to be found, and the cave system behind you stretches endlessly. But in the distance, you can hear the soft crackle of a fireplace.
Fadia will start walking towards that silently, trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Not really sure what rhymes with Nantucket. Probably nothing worth keeping. You'll hear from around the corner.
Fuck it.
Ah! Bucket, of course.
What about, fuck it?
Well, that would be a little crude. And as you round the corner, you'll see there is a small cavern in the center of a numbering of spiderwebbing passages that go off from it. This little dome about 10 feet tall. In the center of it, a small ghost fire. Not real flame, but more for just light and comfort conjured by magic. And sitting on his backpack and jotting something down in a notebook is Skillian. I'll keep it in mind, though.
Where am I?
The gnome looks up at you and smiles through his slightly bushy eyebrows. On an adventure?
Well, that's obvious, but last time I checked, I was in a jail cell, and now I'm in a cave system, and you're here again?
Did you hit your head on the way out? You you were in a jail cell a couple weeks ago. Then you managed to make it to to Old Cladis and the old city. You found the time crystals, the scroll of wish.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I wish for?
Thank you.
Huh.
Appreciate it. You never really know what you're missing until you're dead.
That's what they say. Or I'm guessing. I brought you back to light. That's good. I don't
telling me?
remember this at all.
Well, they say that wish spells take a lot out of the user. You've been sick for a while now. I wanted to give you some space. I thought you were still getting ill around the corner. I thought I could hear you vomiting. I'm sorry. I made some tea. It's magic tea, so it's not the best. But
Sure. I was trapped in a crystal.
tell you what.
Not a crystal. But you know, that thing, time, library,
Faye,
chrysalis. Yeah.
sit down and tell me all about it.
Okay.
And he pats the spot next to him where you can see there's a comfortable space for you.
She'll sit down and take the tea that's been offered.
It's a beautiful white tea. And as you start to recall some of your story, we're going to transition out into the hallway some distance away. Malia rounds the corner, pauses for a moment, and then looks back at all of you. It's this way. She points down the corridor to the right.
Down we go. Or at least down Asen goes.
That sounds great. And to find out if down evasion goes, I'm going to spend a Hurt the More. Please roll me a Wisdom save with disadvantage. I'm spending that to cancel out your resistance.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom save, please.
Oh, are you?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19 and a 4. So that's gonna be 11.
11. I love that I had to Hurt the More. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Okay. You take a step around the corner and start scouting ahead. And suddenly, the floor is more even. It's old weathered stone, but well maintained. And there's a plush carpet running up the center of it, with purple fibers, plush ones. If you walked on it, you'd be even stealthier. But as you glance down, you realize that that's your family crest inlaid to it. And this hallway has a tapestry that is very familiar, your coat of arms colors. And on the wall to your right, above the mantle of this long corridor, pardon me, there wouldn't be a mantle in the corridor, on the wall to your right, next to a pair of sitting chairs that overlook the windows on your left that glance out into the bay, you see a painting of your family. The person in the painting is you, the old you. Zeno is in the painting. Oh, sorry about that, miss. You hear behind you as a gruff dwarven man with a paint-splattered apron and a curled red mustache and beard approaches. He's carrying quite a bit of paint, as well as brushes and a hand palette.
Oh, it's okay.
Don't worry at all. Your family has paid me to fix this mistake up. I'm a quick worker. Before long, it'll be like he never existed.
Excuse me?
I was told that the heir to the house of Avocada, the right wings, their boy was not and needed to be fixed. So I'm going around and changing all of the paintings to accurately represent.
Oh.
Yes, Ludwig. I'm actually the one who did that when you were a wee one.
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
Just not feeling like myself today, I guess.
Oh, who are you feeling like?
No. I'm just a little bit under the weather, I think.
Oh, that's... Well, I don't want to overstep my bounds, but if you're looking for maybe like a wee bit of soup or some tea or some coffee, I know your mum was in the sitting room, her ladyship.
Thank you, Ludwig.
Hey, not a problem at all. I'll have a pretty young girl in that painting in no time at all. Wait a minute. And he'll pull a ladder over. Clunk. All right. How long should I make the hair? But not the same thing with half elves. They're basically genderless already. He'll kind of mutter under his breath. You speak Dwarven?
Actually, yes, I do.
Okay, so it'll be in Dwarven, but you'll be able to pick that up. They're basically neuter anyway, or something like that. Like it's very rude, but it's Dwarven rude, so you're like, I'll let it slide. What do you do?
She is going to go into the sitting room, I guess. And because this is a weird situation happening, she's gonna look down at her body and see, is she the way that she should be, or is she...
Absolutely.
Okay,
You're exactly how you always felt.
Okay, perfect.
Everything is exactly the same. You're a little hungry, I'll give you that, and you're a little dirty, and you're a little covered in icing still.
It's okay, so normal adventuring.
Normal adventure stuff. And as you open the door and take a look down, you'll hear. Now I have to ask: your mother was the elven one, or your father was the elven? Your father was the human, right?
Your father was human. Yeah.
Well, what have we here? I do not believe it's my daughter, dressed like a common adventurer. Your mother turns from her sitting chair and puts the book on her lap.
Sorry, I haven't had time to change.
How long have you been home now? 2 days?
Feels like I just got in right now. Well, I have crumpets. I have lambus bread. I have tea, and I do have some Arginian wine, if you'd prefer. That sounds fantastic, actually. I have it mulling on the fire. Although, if you'd prefer, I can call Hampshire to bring it to you. It's okay. I can get it. Look at you. You've become quite. What's the term? Self-possessed. I remember a day when you wouldn't even... You almost refused to chew your own food. Yeah, I've learned a lot while I've been gone. A lot of it for the better, I think. I'm very, very happy for you. Although you have created a lot of work, I'm glad you've come back to help. Since you're here, please. And she'll gesture to the side of her, where you'll see that there are dozens and dozens of tomes stacked up. I have a spare magic quill. You may borrow it. I would love some help. I was thinking of having the scribes do it, but it's so much more personal if you do it this way. Oh, okay. Grab some wine. We shall continue. And she will do that. As you reach for the wine, you will see something on your hand that actually catches your breath. On your right hand is your family's signet ring, the one that you were forced to hand over when you were exiled. The mark of your station as an heir. Something wrong? No, just feeling a little out of sorts today, that's all. Yeah. It
must be difficult getting used to your new life.
There's...
I think I want you to know, and I speak for your father, we're very proud of you. You made the right choice, and we support you wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
Long have we wished to be rid of Zeno. And you were the one who killed him. Who would have thought? Our beautiful daughter ridding us of such a parasitic pest. Come.
Yeah, he could be a bit of an asshole.
Oh, he was the worst. We threw him away like such dung into the heap. Thankfully, the smell finally vanished from the coverings here. Now, come, grab some wine and bring some for me, darling. And she'll hand you one of the books. So the quill will replace everything you need. And as you open, you'll see that it's a family registry and history. Just your name, well, just your name to replace, my darling. And looking down, you will see its log entries, little journals of family events and affairs that have been kept by the family scholars and scribes. You can start there, the easy ones. Best not to remember such a disappointment. I won't live forever, my love. I would hate, almost, but you will live for a very long time too. And wouldn't it be wonderful to erase the family's shame? She clicks her long elven finger twice on your old name. This is too much for you. No, I'm sorry. You're still adapting. I want you to know. And she cups your face with a cool elven hand. I love you. We all love you. You did what we never could. And that's why you will eventually lead this family if you want it. Besides, if you are looking for a husband, a wife, something else, we do have some candidates waiting in the wings.
That's okay, actually. I'm waiting for somebody in that regard.
Of course. And who wouldn't want you? Most beautiful woman in all of Thestral. I say all the world, but I know you'd be like, Mother, no, obviously not. I know, my daughter. Oh, don't tell your sisters. They would be quite jealous. Although, when they finally come home and they see the woman you've become, they are going to be jealous already, so why not give them a head start? I need some wine.
Me too.
There's a knock at the door. Pardon me. I've got through most of the things, the dwarf says as he opens the door. Most of the paintings have been done. I took care of the one in the hallway. But this one, it's magical in nature. I can't actually fix it. But I'm not sure what you like with it. Oh, it's absolutely fine. Please bring it in here. And the dwarf walks in carrying a gilded frame. And inside of it is your old portrait Zeno's old portrait, that is. The one that was painted basically for his adult birthday. Like the family, the one that would be like the presidential photo type of thing, right? This is young Master Zeno at adulthood. This happened like barely a year or two before you were exiled. And it was quite the affair, magical. It goes on the currency eventually, like that picture, so it's sealed magically. He sets it down on the table in the room, and I'll get back to finishing up the last of things. Pardon this one. It's a bit above my pay grade. Absolutely. Well, we'll have to get a new portrait done for the coinage.
Can we keep this one and just get a new one done?
No, we can keep a copy of it, but this could be used for counterfeiting. There's all manner of protections and spells. I'm afraid it just must go. But
there's all the protections on it. Can we keep it? Please? It's important.
It is important, but maybe persuasion roll.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Ooh! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? She'll
Yeah.
look at you, and she has that hard-ass look in her eyes.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today.
It cannot... It cannot exist in its exact current state. It needs... You can keep it, but it needs to be marred. Obviously, I'm certain that you wish to keep his face intact. So here. And she walks over to the table, grabs a small, sharp dagger, walks back to you. The throat is shaded. It won't show up. We can stitch it later, but it must be defaced so that we know that, so that it cannot be used to harm the family. It will be barely visible, but it will prevent any type of mystical duplication. Just a little poke. An inch. Right here. And she'll guide the tip of your blade in your hand over just so it's hovering above the artery on the throat. A quick poke, and then it's yours. But don't tell your father. I love you. You make me do the silliest things. She flicks her eyes down at the painting like, come on, Asa. And as you weigh the knife in your hands, Mars, you traipse down the hallway, slinking behind Asen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor?
I can try.
Asen looks back over her shoulder at you. I need you to scout ahead, okay?
Okay.
If there's a fork, you go left, I go right, okay?
Are you sure you won't split up?
Not really.
Okay.
Good luck. Make me a wisdom save at disadvantage, please. Also, I just want to do a quick check-in before you make that roll. Kat, how you doing?
That was really intense.
Okay, I just wanted to check in with you because that was not
Holy
the direction
crap.
that I warned you before game that we were going to touch on some things. And I hope you're okay. And if you're not, I had my eye on our private chat the entire time, waiting for something, and it was just the rest of the team complaining about your mom.
Holy shit, that was really, really intense.
Okay,
But
so
I'm okay.
you're okay.
I'm
Okay,
good.
then
I'm good.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna focus on Winter and then finish with Robin. Okay. Okay.
I rolled a
Win-
3.
Oh my god! This is the best night of my life. I didn't rig this at all.
You know, wisdom is my best one.
I know, but everybody always succeeds wisdom saves. Ah, it's so good. You round the corner, and you could hear the sound of boiling stew and the tink, tink, tink of gem cutting tools. Marcel,
Coming.
your father looks over his shoulder at you. Ah, it was you. You're back.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Was I being too loud? Did I disturb you?
Yes, every day of my life.
I'm sorry. But I...
I need the garnets. Over there?
Yes. I shall go over to the table that's set up.
I don't know how you did it.
Hmm?
The man.
The man?
I saw him. Yeah, the one who dropped you off this morning. The handsome one, the knight. How'd you manage to do it? How'd you trick him?
Nights are easy.
Especially if you are. Garnets, now. We have to work.
Oh, yes, sorry.
This shithole of a town is not going to feed us if we don't make jewelry. What did I always tell you?
Time is gold, and gold is most precious.
Thank you. Nice and easy. As you turn around with the garnets, what color is your father's tiefling flesh?
He's a human.
Is he?
Tiefling? Then
He
he
is
would
now.
be...
Mars is purple skinned.
I'd say he's red. Like, very classic.
His horns curl around as if giant ram horns almost brushing his long ears as he works. Your mother was very excited to hear that you were coming home.
She was?
Mm-hmm.
Where is she now?
Crying. She thought you'd bring home some spoils from your adventuring.
Oh.
I tried to convince her that you brought home a potential husband. A knight with money. I saw his armor, I saw the gems on his sword, and his shield, and whatever product he uses in that ridiculous mane of blonde hair.
They always fall for the princess.
You always fell for the princess?
The knight does.
Well then how
Papa.
did you manage? You're a devil.
It's not enough.
Hmm.
It's only good for a fun night.
Well then I need you to play a princess until you get one in the oven and lock him down.
Yes, Papa.
Moog is... Good girl. I don't know what happened on the adventures, but you are much more tame than when you left. Perfect. Have you still been tinkering with gem cutting?
Yes, sir.
Good. Go and get me the ruby on the shelf, and let's see what you can do with it.
Okay. And she'll walk over to the shelf and pick out a really nice, like, cutly ruby.
Your family has always had this blood ruby. They always meant to do something with it, but for Moog, like the village of Moog, more of a hamlet than anything really, it was too large of an item to ever move, too large to easily incorporate into anything shy of like a scepter. You know, like this thing is the size of, about the size of a duck's egg. Massive ruby. But what are you going to use it for? So it sat on the shelf, locked away, for, well, at least 15 years. You remember how excited your parents were when they found that in the mines? Back when the mines still had gems.
That's why I was so excited to be able to go down there.
Into the old temple. Well, I don't want you to think your old dad has anything against you. I know I'm hard on you, Marisol, but it's because I care. I care about our family. I care about the future.
I know.
And I have to thank you. She has been always looking out for us. But it's good to be able to serve her openly. He smiles with his long, tiefling fangs, and his tail curls around the chair. Well, he stands up, the tail pulling the chair back from him. Show me what you can carve.
Okay. And she'll sit across from him and adjust the table settings so that she's got everything that she needs. And then adjusts, would you say a candlelight, or is there like a magical light that would be reflecting
There's
on?
going to be like an oil lamp, I think. Something stable in front of you.
Perfect, cool. So she'll arrange everything so that the workspace is suitable for her, like facing her.
Cool.
And she'll just start tink.
Can you make me a gem cutter's tool check? You are proficient in that, so what you're going to do is you're going to roll your proficiency bonus plus... You can make a case for anything. I would say dexterity is probably primary on this, because it's all about fine carving and fine tuning.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to go about with it. And proficiency I can add, you said?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you are proficient in this. It's from your background.
Neat. So that's going to be 21.
21?
Mm-hmm.
You work for hours on this. You even have your father allows you to use his magnifying glasses set, the ones that pop on and have the little lenses that pop down to magnify to a pinpoint. You work and work and work, carving, polishing, working this into something special. Do you know what you turn it into?
Maybe we could do a roll or something for that, like a percentage or something.
Roll me percentiles.
Cool. So that would be 82.
82. When you're done, there's a pile of ruby dust. And you have carved a figurine out of the ruby. It's a girl with glowing ruby red skin, long hair cascading down her form, covering all of the parts that would be indecent, beauty, Venus, but not overly so. there's a youthful, almost awkward grace, an immaturity to this carving. She can't be more than late teens. She's you before you became a tiefling. You hold your old human life carved into bloody ruby in your hands. Not bad. I've been wondering what we'd be doing with that for a while. That's worth several hundred. At least several thousand, actually. Do you hear that? Wings. Out with you, girl. Bring it to him.
Yes, sir.
Dowry. Lock it down.
And she'll leave the room.
Outside, you can see that the village of Mog is a hovel, a series of hovels. This is a waste of a town. Everything is overgrown, the buildings, the thatching needs redone, the well is boarded over. This place is dying. It is a shell. Many of the buildings that you grew up with, even the old schoolhouse where you learned your letters, has partially collapsed from a series of earthquakes that have struck it. Above you, silhouetted by the sunlight, for everything above the horizon is blue and white and brilliant and golden, and everything on the ground is sullied and dirty and brackish. You hear the beating of wings as Viceland lowers himself in front of you and smiles. Mars, are you all right?
Yeah, no. I was just working on a jewel. A really important
see?
one. My father has it.
Are you happy to be home?
I think so.
I think there's something terribly wrong.
Hmm?
Something about this doesn't feel right. I don't know, are you noticing it?
You mean the earthquakes?
Everything. Something's... I can't put my finger on it. I'm just happy to be here with you.
Me too.
He smiles, and as he smiles, we're going to fade over as Fadia finishes her story to Skillian. That's quite a story, the gnome says, smiling from where he's been taking shorthand notes. Well, I'm glad you let me take that down.
I mean, you're a bard. You are good with words, so...
Here
I'm
to
sure it's
sing the
nothing.
story. How should we start this? Let's hold on. That was bad. I could do this. I could do better. Promise. There once was a girl named Fadia, and I never know what to say to you. She's got a nice booty, and boy, Rudy Tooty. And if you sing this song, she'll hate you? I don't know. Let's see.
Well, that's definitely not right.
Have you heard the story of the girl out of time? Traveling? No. Have you heard the story of the girl out of time? Skin like starlight and breath like wine. Over and under, forgotten places. Meeting, remembering all of their faces. I'll get it. I promise. I promise. This time, when you wake up, I'll have everything ready for you.
Huh?
Hmm?
What do you mean when I wake up?
You really are out of it. Come with me. He stands up and offers you his hand, which is fairly funny given that you're a full-size genasi and he's a gnome. Come on.
She'll like lean and take it.
He gives your hand a squeeze and walks you toward the southern branch of the cavern. And as you glance out, you will see that it expands broadly into a massive underground temple with a domed roof, all dusty, all cracked, but still Cladesian. It's one of the old scholar temples. And in the center of it, rotating in place, is one of the crystals. You said you had more to study, so I thought that I'd bring you somewhere. I mean, you asked for this. It's only another... What's wrong?
I just got out.
You have so much work to do. You asked for this, Fadia. You said that you'd be the one to bring them all back. Not just me. But you wasted your wish on me. And I love that. I'm so happy for that, for very selfish reasons, but I can't let you waste your opportunity. You owe it to your people. I promise. I'll do all the work that I can on the outside here to make songs and delve the ruins looking for more artifacts.
But last time I went away, you were gone when I came back out. Why would I waste my wish to then just do the exact same thing?
We have to have faith. I would have done the same for you. Look, there's a debt that needs to be paid. If you're not going in, then I will. And I'll find a way.
No, you don't know the Chrysalis archives.
I don't. You do. I promise. I'm not gonna go dying on you. Not this time. I've got plans.
How? I was in there for 800 years last time.
Well, you don't remember the wish, do you? I'm not going to age. I'll be waiting right here for you. Come.
I made you immortal?
Well, I mean, there are ways out of it that you stipulated. It was very clever, actually. I've never heard anyone come up with such a clever wish before.
Wait, did I tell you exactly what I wished, or how?
Well, I heard it when I was being pulled back across from the afterlife.
Oh.
It's a weird subset of... Anyway, he tugs on your fingers, and soon you're standing next to the rotating blue crystal that's hovering off the ground. Even here, you can recognize that this is an immensely powerful chrysalis gem. Even if you don't remember, I do. You said that this one, the Master Gem, would be able to do two things. It would be able to help you find a way to reverse what happened to Claudes, and it would give you the ability to look back, to unearth who the stranger was. To know the truth about who destroyed your people and left you an orphan of an entire culture. It's the most heroic thing I've honestly ever heard of, and I'm a pretty talented bard. Think about it, Fadia. You're not only a scholar, but you get to rewrite history, undo a genocide. Proud of you.
Thanks.
And I'll be waiting right here when you come out.
You promise, right?
Promise. Bard's honor.
She'll touch the gem.
It will begin to ripple, and as it ripples, we're going to cut back as you begin to step in. And as you begin to step in, we cut back to Mars and Viceland. I'm just happy to be here with you.
When do you think we can leave? My
Right now. Right now.
dad's. We can go now?
Yes.
We won't have to come back?
Mars, if you don't want to come back, we never have to come back as long as we live.
No.
Is he... Did he do something to you?
No, but he's really pushing for it now. I
Do you
think he's
want-
gonna sell me. If I don't, you know.
Come with me.
She'll take his
Let's-
hand.
Let's get out of here. He wraps his arms around you, and with two beats of his powerful wings, you are aloft, sailing toward the sky. And as you fly higher and higher, the mud and grime of this village beneath you, this awful, awful waste of pig shit and human misery. The sunlight finally touches. You break through the cloud cover. The sunlight can finally touch your flesh. And you can see in the reflection of Viceland's armor how dirty and twisted and filthy and demonic you look. But that's not the part that hurts. It's when you look up and see that he looks at you with fresh eyes. Mars, it's not your fault what they did to you.
What?
I didn't realize how sullied.
What?
But it's okay. We can fix it. You just need
What
to
do you
let
mean?
go.
Let
of all
go?
of all the things that hold you back.
Well,
We can fly together. And he
Yeah.
presses his lips against yours. And pushes you. And as you begin to tumble toward
Oh, no.
the earth,
oh no!
what you will see is his hand dangling above you, clutching the Shards of Nyrn in his hand. And as you tumble down, down, down toward the earth, impossibly long of a fall, we pull back the camera to reveal Aeson's dagger pressed at Malia's throat. We see Malia's hands closed around Menelros's throat. We see Tia drawing blood from Viceland's. We see Fadia stepping in to a crystal ringed with arcane sigils, and we see a white tiger man with reversed hands, smiling and laughing, his cloak around his shoulders, the crashing waves, as he holds up the shards that he just took from your throat, Mars.
Bitch!
This will do wonderful in my collection. As will you. And I think that's where we're going to call a game for the night.
Holy
Kelly! I'm in a crystal! No!
Oh, that was so broken.
Oh my
god!
Welcome back to the Shards of Nyrn, bitches!
Holy fuck!
None of us are okay.
I can't believe you all failed. I was like, someone's gonna win. Someone's gonna succeed. I gotta get you back. Well, I guess I don't have to get you back this anytime soon. But
Oh my god.
Oh, that was brutal.
That
was
That was
brutal.
so good.
Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? Everybody's okay? Quick debrief. Everyone's good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good, but holy
Kelly.
fuck, that was brutal.
Yes.
Thank
Full
you.
on claps for Trauma the Musical, no music.
Trauma the Musical. So a couple of quick things before game. Just for this type of game. Okay, if you ever try to do this thing with your players, there are 3 steps that are really important. Number 1, know your players well enough and know what, have the talk in session 1 or session 0, I mean, about what they are okay with and what they're not okay with. Obviously, anything about gender identity issues was something that we had to play very carefully with, because that could definitely hurt people. Anything with romantic relationships are very tenuous, right? So like, there are so many things that could really be harmful. I had to really think outside of the box regarding Tia, because it involved the death of an animal. People are not always okay with that. So I had to say, okay, a lion is definitely different. If it was a dog, it'd be a completely different story. If it was a cow, it'd be a different story. So you have to really put thought into this type of thing. Number 2, warn your players in advance. Before a game, I said, hey guys, I want to do a very psychologically heavy session. Are you okay with this? And is there anything I should avoid? And everybody gave me thumbs up. I said, okay, you have the tools to shut it down at any time. You can fade to black. You can call me out in the chat. You can just be like, I'm out, and just stop anytime. You have the power. I'm just facilitating it. And then finally, when you're done, y'all sit and go, y'all good? Okay. Anybody want to talk about what they went through?
That was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was really, really intense.
The best part about this was everything you went through was broadcast to Mirage. You were on TV the entire time.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that
and
is
this,
so fucking cool.
it is so cool. And the thing is, I'm using slightly
Oh god, our
aggrandized.
characters are gonna be even more traumatized after this.
So
It's like
traumatized.
every part of it.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Do you want to see what he looks like?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Please show us that
Okay.
bad kitty.
Ugh.
So good.
Oh,
So good.
Oh man.
Chuckles. We're in danger, guys.
And I am using a modified version of the Kobold Press Creature Codex for the Greater Rakshasa.
Oh,
He isn't
God.
even, he is leveled up beyond that. He also has the mantle of a god. So enjoy. Next episode is going to be rough. So everybody
Oh.
carb up before game, or don't if you're not carbing, but definitely hydrate before game and be ready for a session of chaos. Also, I never said where Dempsey's is, so I have no idea where he is, guys.
Uh-oh. Bye, Dempsey's.
Yeah,
and
basically.
also, I guess Karzu.
Yeah, where is she?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Don't you dare kill my dad. He was so mad. Not you, not you, Kelly. I understand that part, but the person who has their knife up against his throat or is attacking him. That's the person who I'm.
I mean, I know Aeson has her knife up against Malia.
Yep.
So that's
Malia strangling your dad.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And she
Oh,
has
okay, cool.
She has the strength to crush his throat in a single gesture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lordy.
But also, if she does, then I understand completely, and that's played up for drama. I just had to say
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. I hope
Yeah,
that
I
Christine.
understand.
I don't think Christine. I think Christine probably is asleep, so she probably didn't see the end of that game.
I don't know. She was in the chat right before you did that thing. She did like a what's happening? Oh no, she did the eye thing, like the
Yeah.
eye.
Oh. Yeah.
At least Mirage knows everything. Yeah. Oh, and Christine is is here.
All right, she's still here.
Yes!
Good. I hope you enjoyed that, Christine. So, folks,
Holy
that's going to be
fuck.
it. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We hope to see you then. We hope that you had a good time with this. We're back. This season is halfway over. So after this, assuming the characters survive, we're moving into the B plot of the season. And then we're on season 5 of 7.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Provided we survive.
Provided we survive.
Yeah.
Which I have actually had a lot of problems like painting myself into a corner because I was not sure what to do with this.
That
And,
was good.
yes.
That was fantastic.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I love you all, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. We'll see you in 2 weeks. A big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/dorktales who keep the channel running. Without y'all, we could not function, and I could not treat this as a full-time job. So everybody, if you want to help support the channel, please go over there, become a patron. Even a couple bucks is really helpful and get our numbers up. We are at the point right now where we have 103 patrons right now. It's about to drop under 100 as of tomorrow because of the month turnover. And whenever we have 100 or more in a month, I will be working on the Ylos setting book, which will hopefully one day be kickstarted. If you're a member of the Patreon, you'll be getting, as I finish them, it's a slow process, but regular updates, and we'll be getting a free ugly version of the book eventually, if you're a patron. And if you're a member of our Discord, if you have to leave the Patreon after a while, and it's obvious that you've supported us for a while, find me on the Discord. You know, like, it's going to be open source for all you lovely people who supported us. A big thank you, of course, to Schulten, who is my royal producer, world building producer, the great and powerful, as well as the divine and benevolent Dia Michael Gray, my divine producer, my evilly demonic producers, Soul Omen and Precarious, and my princes of the Patreon, the Traveler, Terran, Buddy, Drizelta, Cubby Gummy, Ylos, and Amberthist. I also want to say real quick that this is our last game for the week that you're going to be able to watch. We'll be back on, I guess, Tuesday with Call of the Netherdeep, unless I'm forgetting something. But two of our teammates, Michael and Drizelta, are going to be on Precarious' channel this Friday night for the start of a brand new campaign that's running over there. Breck's a good friend of the channel and has been a longtime supporter of the channel, and Michael's our graphics guy. So that's... Oh yeah, Spelljammer's on Sunday. Thank you, Traz. Thank you. I knew I forgot about something. Spelljammer's
I was just pulling up the calendar to see what was
I run
happening.
like 4 days a week. Sometimes I forget. But please go and support them on twitch.tv/Brecarious. That is BREKARIUS. And go watch them. It also is going to feature, I mentioned Amberthist, who is one of my princes of the Patreon. Amberthist is going to be on that game as well, so you can see them in person. Or however they're being represented. I don't know. They could be a sock puppet. I know that, like, some people do that. But yeah, please support them. And also, if you are up for it, our friends over at Dice Legends are having their season finale on Friday as well. I'm not sure of the time.
I have the times. I
it's
can
time
pull up
because they're New
the
Zealand,
email.
so
Yes. So they actually. Sorry, I'm pulling up the email right now.
And real
from
quick,
Vahid.
Trizelta has just told me that game is at 5 p.m. Pacific, which means that it is at 8 p.m. Eastern if you're in the United States and Canada. Trizelta, I would like you to do me a favor and please make sure that you post that publicly in our Discord. I'm giving you permission on behalf of Dorktales to post it in Dorktales games and things that are normally just reserved for Dorktales because it's Brack, because it's Bracarius, and he has been just like a damn saint, and it's got 2 of our guys in it, right? Like it's got you in it. So please post that because I'll forget. Friday is a really busy day for me this week, but I want that support to go out.
So also for Dice Legends, they are so they have multiple. They've listed so many times because it's great. So for Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, Saturday, Sunday noon New Zealand, Sunday 10 a.m. Eastern Australia, and Sunday 8 a.m. if you're in Perth. But I don't think we're getting Australia. So it's 8 p.m. 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, so it's not Friday, it's Sunday. Okay, cool.
It's Saturday.
Saturday. Oh yeah, because of time.
Sunday it's Australia. Yeah, New
Australia. All right.
Australia, New Zealand.
New Zealand. All right. So folks, that is going to be didgeridoo. Ooh, Barbie. So that's going to be it for us tonight. Hope you enjoyed coming back to the Shards of Nyrn. This is going to get a lot bigger from here, so I hope that you appreciate it. And in a season or two, remember this episode and at me. Wink. Because Amy's nodding. Amy knows how far ahead I foreshadow things.
Shockingly, I didn't take that many notes on this game, so
that's okay. You'll remember it. I've got it burned into your brain. So that's gonna be it from us tonight. We love you very much. Remember to be awesome, I guess. Right, Kat?
Don't forget to be awesome.
Don't forget to be awesome. We love you very much. We'll see you.
I never forget.
Yeah, you never do.
I never forget.
Anyway, we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody. Night.